Welcome to another broadcast here on FoxSportsSouthwest.com. One more Lone Star Conference game of the week. Welcome to Janelle Center here on Angelo State University. Beautiful facility here, Travis.
One of the best in all of Division II, and we're really excited to be here for a great matchup. And it's Play for K Day here. A lot of pink in the stands and raising money for breast cancer.
Very good. It's a very big time cause here. They raised a lot of money last year.
Absolutely. You know, they're anticipating raising $5,000. They've got walkers on the treadmill that overlook the court so that they can still see the game. It's a really great atmosphere.
You were talking about doing that during the broadcast here, doing a little bit of work on the treadmill.
Well, you know, I like to run and train for marathons and things, and so we thought about it.
All right, let's talk about tonight's game. We got Angelo State versus Incarnate Word.
Yeah, big game. Ram Bells won earlier this season, 63-57 at Incarnate Word, and so we're expecting a great matchup. When you talk about the Bells, you think of their tremendous defense, second in the LSC. They give up 59 points per game. And when you think University of the Incarnate Word, you think some good balance. They've got 4 players that can all score, and they all average over 30 minutes in every game.
That's very great. Travis, we're going to be back. This is the Fox Sports broadcast of the week. This Lone Star Conference will have head coach interviews after this.
We strive for academic excellence. We believe in engaging our community. We're proud of our tradition. We exemplify respect on and off the field. We conduct ourselves with integrity, and we're committed to being the best. That's why we're the one. Lone Star Conference, we're the one.
Welcome back here in San Angelo, Texas. We have the Bells versus Cardinals here this evening. Let's talk about the away team here, the University of the Incarnate Word.
Yeah, we talk about the Cardinals overall, 7-11 in the LSC and 12-12 overall. 7th place in the Lone Star Conference right now. They lost the last game at home against ACU, and so they really need a big one today. Start with their key players, number 12, Katie Cook, a 5'6" junior guard from Marble Falls. 12.3 points per game, leads the team, and is 14th in the LSC in scoring, 84 assists, which is second best on the team. And she started all 24 games this season and averages 37 minutes per game, which leads the team. And then number 21, Jocelyn Jarman, 5'10" junior forward from Weimar, Texas, 9.9 points per game, 28th in the LSC in scoring, 7.5 rebounds per game, which leads the team in block shots and assists as well. Very versatile player for the Cardinals. And again, really big game tonight for the Cardinals, trying to hold on to that 7th spot in the LSC and make Lone Star Conference tournament.
Yeah, they have a head coach, Angelo Lawson. She has a really good background history herself, Travis.
Absolutely. You know, she's learned under Pat Summitt, one of the greatest coaches in all of college basketball and all of basketball, period. And so she's got a great experience there, played at Louisiana Tech when they had tremendous years, won a national championship as a player and as a graduate assistant.
I was able to talk to head coach Angelo Lawson. This is the interview, and here's what she had to say about today's game. Welcome back here on FoxSportsSouthwest.com. I'm here with head coach for Incarnate Word, Angelo Lawson. Talk about your season so far and the team.
It's been a pretty up and down season for us this year. I feel like we have quite a bit of talent, but for some reason, whether it's young talent, meaning they haven't played together more than a year, I'm not real sure, but we still have an opportunity to make the conference tournament at this point, so I'm excited with the 2 games we have left to see what's going to happen.
Talk about some of your players. Who out there really stands out to you?
Probably our point guard, Katie Cook. Number 12, she has to play a lot of minutes for us. Our backup point guard's been injured quite a bit during the season. She makes things go. If she's in the game, we have a chance to win. If she's in foul trouble, that changes things up a lot for us. Also Ify Moore, number 4 for us, just a real athletic driver, creator. We're expecting big things from both of them today.
Keys to tonight's game?
There's quite a few. I don't know if I want to expose them. We've got to do a better job of defending their dribble drive offense, giving up too much middle penetration, and do a better job of blocking out. I think a lot of our keys are going to come from the defensive end. If we can get stops, steals, rebounds, and run our transition game, which is what we're best at, then I think that's going to give us a great opportunity to win the game.
All right, thanks, Coach. We'll be back after this on the Lone Star Conference. This is FoxSportsSouthwest.com. Welcome back here in our pregame show here on FoxSportsSouthwest.com. We're going to talk about the home team, the Angelo State Bells.
Well, the Bells come in 11-12 overall and 9-8 in the LSC. 5th place right now, so solidly in the tournament, looking to improve their seed tonight, possibly continue to make their case for regional play. We'll start with key players. Number 30, Paige Wysoon, 6'1" senior center from Wall, Texas. 11.5 points per game, which leads the team, is 20th in the LSC. 29 blocks, leads the team, and also is 4th best in the LSC. And 6 rebounds per game, 13th best in the LSC. And then number 15, Haley Oliver, 5'11", freshman forward, who comes in. Great spark off the bench for him, 11.3 points per game, 23rd in the LSC. 25 steals, which leads the team, gets after it defensively. 80% from the free throw line, which is 6th best in the LSC. And it rebounds it at about 4.6 per game.
They're also coached by Sally Brooks, who's been here since 2000. Travis, she's had quite a good record here at Angelo State.
Absolutely, 224 and 100 at Angelo State University, and overall as a head coach, 379 and 206. She's the winningest active women's coach in the LSC and holds the Bells record for most wins.
I was also able to talk to Coach Brooks before the game. Here's what she had to say about tonight's matchup with the Cardinals. Welcome back to this evening's broadcast. I'm Don Veith, head coach Sally Brooks with me. Talk about tonight's game.
Well, it's a huge game for both of us. We're on a little bit of a losing streak, so we'd like to play well tonight and get that over with. And then Incarnate Word is still right there in the mix, trying to stay in for the conference tournament. We have 3 games left, and they can still get in and they can still get out, and we're kind of in the same boat, so it's a big game.
Obviously, today you guys are wearing different jerseys. Talk about the special event you guys are running here tonight.
The WBCA started a few years ago. I think they first called it the Pink Zone, and now it's Play for K to raise money for breast cancer awareness. And from the very beginning, we've participated, and every year it grows. And we wear the pink uniforms, and then we auction them off after the game. And we do a treadmill walk, and we have a raffle, and just lots of good things. And last year we raised over $4,000, and we hope to raise more tonight to contribute to breast cancer research.
It's always a good event. Talk about the keys to tonight's game.
Well, for us, it always starts with the defense. We've struggled offensively this year. We're not shooting the ball that well, but when we want to, we can play really good defense. And so, we got to defend. And Incarnate Word does a good job of going to the offensive board. So we got to keep them off the offensive boards and give ourselves a chance to win.
Thanks, Coach. We'll be back after this on FoxSportsSouthwest.com. My God.
fans, it's free food, free games, free fun. 2012 Lone Star Conference Fan Fest, followed by 2 men's basketball games at 6 and 8:30. For more information, go to lonestarconference.org. The LSC would like to thank the following corporate partners. Firestone, we keep your car running newer, longer. 3 shops, 1 stop, maintenance, repairs, and tires. AccuConference, providing conference calling for the Lone Star Conference. Shut Sports, official softball helmet of the Lone Star Conference. Alpha Graphics, providing printing solutions for the Lone Star Conference. My Sports Streams, providing fundraising solutions for Lone Star Conference member institutions. Bravo Health, community engagement partner of the Lone Star Conference. Adidas, official supplier of the Lone Star Conference. Jostens, official ring provider of the Lone Star Conference. Wilson, the official basketball of the LSC. In the Lone Star Conference, we're committed to respect, integrity, tradition, community, and academic excellence. Lone Star Conference, we're the one. Fans, don't forget to like the Lone Star Conference on Facebook. It's the best way to stay connected to all the latest information from around the league and join the conversation with other LSC fans. For an easy way to follow the latest happenings in the Lone Star Conference, be sure to follow the LSC on Twitter. Get scoring updates, event reminders, and breaking news when you follow the Lone Star Conference on Twitter.
After visiting Incarnate Word, I decided that the coaching staff, the professors, and the atmosphere were all a great fit for me.
It's not often you get the opportunity to go over and play soccer in a different country, especially the United States.
I transferred to UIW after my first year because I felt like UIW gave me a better opportunity after I graduated college.
I hope to see you at the games this year. Go Cardinals.
Your Hoops Fix, February 29th through March 4th, when the Lone Star Conference Basketball Tournament lands at the Allen Event Center. 5 days, 14 games. It's one big wake-up basketball Lone Star style. Go to lonestarconference.org for more info.
Welcome back here in San Angelo, Texas, here in Janelle Center, the home of the Bells. Let's talk about the starting lineup for the visiting Cardinals.
We'll start with the Cardinals. Number 11, Ashlyn Green, 5'7", junior guard from Irving, Texas. Averages 11.5 a game and 4.3 rebounds. 21, Jocelyn Jarman, 5'10", junior forward from Weimar, Texas. Leads the team in assists. Chloe Wallace, number 23, 5'11", senior center from Austin, Texas. Iffy Mora, number 4, 5'9", sophomore guard from Grand Prairie, Texas. Averages 11.2 points per game, 5 rebounds per contest. And Katie Cook, number 12, 5'6", junior guard from Marble Falls, Texas. Leads the team in scoring and minutes.
All right, let's talk about the home team, the Bells.
Starting for Angelo State University, number 30, Paige Wysoon, 6'1", senior center from Wall, Texas. Averages 11.5 points per game and 6 rebounds. Leads the team in blocks. Number 23, Morgan Youngblood, 5'11", junior forward from Thorndale, Texas. Leads the team in steals. Number 12, Leah Lemaire, 5'8", sophomore guard from Corpus Christi, Texas. Averages 7.2 points per game. Number 4, Lauren Holt, 6'3", sophomore forward from Cristobal, Texas. 8.1 points per game and 6.6 rebounds per game. And then Ashley James, number 42, 5'7", junior guard from Waco, Texas. Leads the team in assists, Don.
Let's talk about Incarnate Word, their keys to a victory here.
Well, you know, we talked about their balance. They've got 4 players averaging over 30 minutes, but that's a heavy load And so they really need to get some bench production. I think they also need to own the boards. They're third in the LSC in defensive rebounding. And shoot well, get a quick start here on the road.
All right, the Bells, they're in the number 5 seed right now. If the season ended today, their keys to a victory versus the Cardinals.
I think everything for the Bells starts defensively. They pride themselves on their defense. Second in the LSC, giving up 59 points per game. On the other side, offensively, they need to be efficient. They're last in the LSC in assists. Get that dribble penetration and find the open person for good looks and knock them down.
All right, the Bells are in their pink jerseys, while the University of the Incarnate Word are in their black jerseys. Big time cause this evening, Travis, with the pink jerseys.
You got to love it. Play for K here, trying to raise $5,000 and do an excellent job. Neat event with the treadmills, and of course, always all going for cancer research.
All right, it'll be Ashley James who will get the tip, and we'll get over to Lemaire here to start things off in this first of 2 games with Angelo State versus Incarnate Word. First shot, no good off the front iron. Incarnate Word will take the ball to their end of the court.
And a nice touch by the Bells coming out with pink uniforms. Pretty neat. Both teams have got involved in it. They both got Play for K shirts on. Great environment here.
Underneath the bucket 2 is good by Chloe Wallace.
Great pass by Jocelyn Jarman, leads the team in assists, does a great job. Got good dribble penetration there. And as you mentioned, found Wallace, who made a nice cut.
Into the lane. Lauren Holt loses the ball, and a whistle called.
Lauren Holt will go to the ground here a little bit, but got to go and talk about her father, Pierce Holt, who played here at Angelo State University and was a standout, and then went on to a great NFL career as well.
Yeah. The funny thing is, I was talking before the game to head coach Lawson for Incarnate Word. This is their 3rd pink out this season, so they've kind of followed the pathway. A lot of schools within the conference doing the breast cancer awareness thing, which is always a good cause.
Absolutely. It's such a big thing within the LSC when you talk about community and getting involved, getting people on campus for various causes. And, of course, breast cancer just affects so many people, and you think of not only Kay Yao, but you think of also a different kind of cancer, but you think of Jim Valvano. And so a ton of great causes throughout the NCAA.
Yeah, no doubt about that. We're going to take a quick break here. 2-0 is your score early here in the first half. Bells versus the Cardinals.
We strive for academic excellence. We believe in engaging our community. We're proud of our tradition. We exemplify respect on and off the field. We conduct ourselves with integrity, and we're committed to being the best. That's why we're the one. Lone Star Conference, we're the one.
Welcome back. Incarnate Word's going to have the ball as the training staff here in Angelo State, taking Lauren Holt off the court. Possible knee injury, we don't want to speculate, but they're going to look at her and see how she is afterward.
Hate to see any student athlete go down, but Lauren Holt worked so hard and does a great job for the Ram Bells.
Whistle on the floor.
Personal foul call on 12, Leah Lemaire.
It'll be Leah Lemaire with the foul. So quickly 2 fouls for the Bells. They're just within the first minute of the game.
A little bit uncharacteristic of them. They are such great defenders, but when you do pick up intensity, you will get some fouls.
Iffy Moore with the 3, no good. Rebound off the rim, no good again by Jarman. And another whistle. It'll be jump ball staying with the Cardinals. Katie Cook will be inbound for the Cardinals.
Cook, their leader, great distributor, can really score it too for the Cardinals.
Moore with the ball, now gets it to Jarman. As Hale gets it inside the lane to Chloe Wallace, and it's going to be an offensive foul on her.
Well, it was great position there by the Ram Bells. Leah Lemaire, number 12, stuck in there, took the charge for the team. And you absolutely can't lower your shoulder as the Cardinal student-athlete did.
See Ashley James running the point for the Bows as they try to get into Wysoon, I should say. Haley Oliver with the ball, driving the lane, now gets it inside. Lemaire, jump shot off the back iron, ball bouncing around. The Bells will pick it up.
Bells get active on the offensive glass early.
Oliver underneath, no good, pulled down by Mora.
And we mentioned it earlier that they don't get a lot of assists, the Ram Bells. So they get good dribble penetration, but a lot of times it's a difficult shot. Sometimes one extra pass would be good.
Jarman with the 3-point bucket, 2-point bucket, I should say. Her foot was on the line, so 4-0 early on here.
And the officials have a foul called after counting the basket.
Youngblood will be called for the foul, so three team fouls for the Bells early.
And when you're a physical team and you're aggressive, you will pick up fouls. I will say it is a little uncharacteristic, though, because they are such good defenders. But again, you pick up that defensive intensity, you're going to pick some up.
Mora driving the lane, gets it inside to Wallace. Wallace powers it in there for two.
Wallace with 4 early points for the Cardinals and has established some good position down low, has also gotten some good passes from her teammates.
Wysoon with the ball and a whistle called.
Paige Wysoon. Family is an Angelo State University family. We'll talk about that more in a second, but as you get her low block post-up situation, she's very good, very dangerous, leads the team in scoring 11.5 points per game. Can't let her get that low position if you're the Cardinals.
As you mentioned, she's the 6th member of her family to play here in Angelo.
You know, you love that about Division II. You see that so much that you know, you're able to get those family connections, and they continue to go to the same schools, and that's really neat. That she's able to come here and be her 6th member of her family.
And she had 3 uncles play for the football team here. Her brother played football here, and her cousin Lauren played for the Bells as well. So just a family that sticks here with in the ASU family. Youngblood will take the ball cross court. Swings around, gets it inside to Wysoon. In there and good.
Like I said before, she gets great position, establishes tremendous position down there, has good footwork, and as you saw it there, just went to work.
6-4 is your score with the Cardinals on top of the Bells. Mora is going to call for a travel. Too many steps as she was trying to look for someone to pass to.
And as a coach, you get real frustrated with those, you know, just little mental mistakes that add up over the course of a game that you can't have. You absolutely have to take care of the basketball every time. Little high-low pass there. Good look and good catch.
Rebound by the Cardinals. Jarman gets it over to Mora, now over to Wallace. Wallace spins around now, gets it over to number 12, Cook. Cook shot no good. It'll go back to the Bells.
I like that look, getting Cook involved. You know, their leading scorer, first shot attempt of the evening.
Oliver shoots the 3, and she definitely liked that one with the pump of the fist.
Yeah, you know, she gets into the game, she's competitive, but you love that she can shoot 40% from downtown. You know, really that Rambell player that you've got to watch out for from behind the arc.
Mora in the lane, takes a few bounces off the rim, and it's taken back by the Bells. Youngblood drives in the lane, now gets it to James. Jump shot, nothing but the bottom of the net.
Great little step back by Ashley James. Does a lot of things for this Bells team. Averages over 5.5 a game. Leads the team in assists. You know, gets on the glass, over 3 rebounds. A lot of little things that you need on a team.
Shot no good, and it'll go back to the Bells as the Cardinals started off with a couple shots and took an early lead. Now it's kind of quieted down. Youngblood now gets it to James. Looking inside, and the ball's turned over. Cook with the ball. Now trying to look for somebody. Now gets it to Jarman.
Ram Bell's just tough defensively. They're going to beat you from the perimeter. They're going to guard you. All 5 players work hard.
3-point attempt for Wallace, no good with the shot clock running down.
And you love to see all 5 playing on the defensive end at such a level, high level.
Foul on the shot. Leah Lemaire will go to the line.
Lemaire fouled as she was taking the shot. She'll go to the line.
Team's third, we have immediate timeout. Next up.
Got that replay right there. Ran the floor really well, got the foul, and is rewarded. Lemaire has been very active inside.
9-6 your score with the Bells on top of the Cardinals. We'll be back. This is the Lone Star Conference on FoxSportsSouthwest.com. Welcome back. It's early in here in the first half, 9-6 your score with the Bells on top of the Cardinals. As we'll have the Bells at the charity stripe.
Lemaire at the line, 82% free throw shooter on the season. Has gotten good position down low. They've ran a couple high lows to her. She just ran the floor extremely well before the timeout and got to the line.
First shot, no good from Lemaire. First time we have seen her at the charity stripe this evening. That one drops in. So it'll be a 4-point lead for the Bells.
Lemaire will go out. Quick breather for her. As Cassie Stegall checked in for the Ram Bells.
Jarman with the ball now, gets it to Cook now. Work the perimeter. With Green driving the lane, loses the ball, and there's a scramble. It's going to be called a jump ball, and it'll go back to the Bells.
And if you looked at that possession and that dribble penetration, there was 4 Bells in the lane. Tough to get into gaps, tough to make something happen when you've got that kind of help side defense. All 5 playing together, they're communicating. That's what great defense is all about.
James with it outside the perimeter. Now ball gets tipped off, and James picked it back off as Mora slapped it down. Now it'll take a long 3-point, tipped it, and it's good. Weisoon with the 3-point bucket, and it's a 7-point Bell lead.
And 7 points early here for Paige, who's showing her range there. You know, she's not just a low block player. She's versatile and can step outside.
Cook driving it down that baseline. Now they're going to make it a 3-point tip. Jarman's shot no good. Bells will take back over. As the Cardinals, the lid's been shut on that bucket for the last few minutes. Ball's turned over as James trying to get inside to Weisoon.
Just there's too many Cardinal defenders there. It wasn't a good angle to pass that ball in there.
Mora fouled it underneath the bucket. And she will go to the line.
Good push there by Iffy Mora. Going left strong. And we'll get to the line.
With that last three-pointer, Paige Weisoon has scored 1,000 points in her ISU career.
Weisoon, you just heard it on the background mic here, the 1,000 points. That's a pretty good stat to have at a program.
Absolutely, and you talk college basketball, how difficult it is to get over the 1,000 point mark, and it just shows that she can do it inside and outside like we've just seen, knocking down that last three to put her over the 1,000 point mark.
Oliver Thobalt taking the three inside. Gets it into Gordon inside. Gordon takes off the backboard and drops in. 15-8 is your score.
Kerry Gordon with some great moves down low. Bells really have taken advantage here early on some interior play and getting good position and then utilizing great footwork to get some easy buckets.
Iffy Mora drives down, no good. Bells take it back. Stegall with the two-point bucket, and the Cardinals find themselves behind 17-8 as the Bells taking a good run here as the Cardinals kind of hitting a little bit of a slump here early on.
Well, you look at it, the fact of the matter is the Bells have just locked it down defensively, and it made it extremely tough to get any kind of dribble penetration. They're making Incarnate Word shoot from outside, try to beat them from the perimeter.
Earlier this season, the Bells beat Incarnate Word over in San Antonio. That final score was 63-57. And for Incarnate Word, this is a kind of a must-win game for them, just to stay, give themselves some more breathing room here in the conference tournament coming up at the end of the month.
Yeah, you absolutely want to position yourself the best you possibly can. February 29th through March 4th, conference tournament, Allen Event Center, going to be outstanding, and Incarnate Word wants to be there. I think a really important game for the Bells, though, too. 4-game losing streak coming in today, and they've got to win at home.
Shot no good, pulled down by Oliver. They try to push it inside. Weisoon with the shot, no good, and a whistle called.
When you think about Paige's game, she never forces anything. That was a great look there, and you saw her, she got it in but kicked it back out and then got it in again. Went up strong, battled for the rebound, but really like Weisoon's game.
17-8 is your score with the Cardinals trailing the Bells here in San Angelo, Texas. This is the Lone Star Conference. This is the Fox Sports South. This is FoxSportsSouthwest.com. Welcome back with an early lead for the Bells over the University of the Incarnate Word. 17-8 is your score. The Bells will have the ball. 21% from the field the Cardinals are shooting here in the first half.
And 0-4 from downtown. And so you talk about a tough defensive team. Second best in the LSC is the Bells. They've made it difficult for the Cardinals early, but also on the other side of that coin, Cardinals haven't really shot that well, haven't gotten easy looks.
Underneath the bucket is Wildy with the shot, and 19-8 is your score as the Bells open up an 11-point lead.
Gorton's came in and given him some great minutes off the bench, number 40 with that putback. Has played well, established herself on the low block.
Moore drives in the lane and gets over to Wallace. 8 left on the shot clock. Cook now pushes inside. Gets the bucket with the shot clock running down.
Heads up play by Katie Cook. Had the mismatch. Had Gorton stepping out on her and knew that she could probably beat her off the dribble.
The different defensive set as you saw the Cardinals go with a full court press.
Well, I think they've got to force the issue a little bit more because they're not getting a lot going in their half-court offense. They need to find some other ways to create some points, create some energy, and a press can be one of those things.
Morgan Youngblood will check back in the game. Got a quick breather and comes back in.
Wysoon will take a break, her first of the afternoon.
Oliver with the ball. Works around a couple Cardinal defenders. Tipped off and goes back to Mora on the Cardinals. Mora drives in the lane. Off the front iron. Mora's kind of had a rough night. 0 for 5 from the field.
She struggled, and they're doing some different things with her defensively. And as you notice, every time she's dribbling into the paint, there's 4 Bells right there. Great help side defense. They communicate well. We see that pressure here again. A little full court.
Youngblood with the ball, trying to look inside as they'll work the perimeter. The offensive lapse there is Gordon passed it to nobody.
And we've seen that a couple times here. Some, just misreading, a little bit of sloppy passing by the Bells, and that's going to come back to hurt them. 5 turnovers early here for them.
And she realized it right after she did it.
Yeah, just, thought she saw somebody out of the corner of her eye there, and there wasn't anybody there, and that happens.
Mora again with the ball. Now inside, drops in, Jarman.
To me, she's been the one student athlete for University of Incarnate Word that's been able to create. As you saw there, she got into the lane, elevated, made her own shot. Earlier, she made a nice pass when she got into the lane as well.
Lemaire for 3 off the front iron, pulled down by Green. She'll run across the court, takes the jumper, stopped by the Bells.
That wasn't the best look, and it was a great defensive play by the Bells, but I think the Cardinals need to get into more of that kind of a game, a little bit more up and down, try to get away from having to work against the half-court defense.
Gordon will go to the line after getting fouled as she was taking a shot.
Gordon already 4 points early, and I said she's established great position. Look at that. Inside the lane, just outside of that arc. I mean, that's too low if you're a Cardinal defender to let somebody establish that type of position. It's going to be hard to defend.
Gordon, another one of those players here for the Bells with some Angelo State history. Her father played football here. One of the first team Lone Star Conference offensive lineman. And her brother, his brother, Derek, played for West Texas A&M. So some Division II collegiate history there.
Paige Wysoon will give Gordon a break here. Well-deserved, came in and played some great minutes, already over her season average for scoring. And so the Bells have made an effort to get the ball inside early.
Another foul.
Fouls on 23, Morgan Youngblood.
Youngblood call for the foul.
We've got that replay here. Just a block, didn't quite get there and establish the position. Close. A lot of those calls, split-second decisions, very close. Just wasn't quite there. And set.
Shelton underneath the bucket, but call for the travel.
Tough for her, I think, to make a move against Paige Wysoon down low. I do respect it, though, because I think you've got to make the Bells defend inside.
Bells working at full court press. Gets it on their end of the court. And then another turnover by the Bells. Jarman into the lane.
And to me, that's what that press is all about. It's getting that frenetic pace, making you a little uncomfortable. You make a bad decision, and as we see that steal by Jarman, and then going all the way to the basket. She'll go to the line when we get back from the media.
20-12 is your score with the Bells on top of the Cardinals. This is the Lone Star Conference on FoxSportsSouthwest.com.
We'd like to thank the following corporate partners. Firestone, we keep your car running newer, longer. 3 shops, 1 stop, maintenance, repairs, and tires. AccuConference, providing conference calling for the Lone Star Conference. Shutt Sports, official softball helmet of the Lone Star Conference. Alpha Graphics, providing printing solutions for the Lone Star Conference. My Sports Streams, providing fundraising solutions for Lone Star Conference member institutions. Bravo Health, community engagement partner of the Lone Star Conference. Adidas, official supplier of the Lone Star Conference. Jostens, official ring provider of the Lone Star Conference. Wilson, the official basketball of the LSC. In the Lone Star Conference, we're committed to respect, integrity, tradition, community, and academic excellence. Lone Star Conference, we're the one. Fans, don't forget to like the Lone Star Conference on Facebook. It's the best way to stay connected to all the latest information from around the league and join the conversation with other LSC fans. For an easy way to follow the latest happenings in the Lone Star Conference, be sure to follow the LSC on Twitter. Get scoring updates, event reminders, and breaking news when you follow the Lone Star Conference on Twitter.
Welcome back here in the Janelle Center in San Angelo, Texas. First shot from Jarman, no good. As the Cardinals are trailing the Bells by 8. That one takes a couple bounces off the rim and drops down.
Jarman does a lot for this Cardinal team. Almost averages a double-double with points and rebounds, and 74% free throw shooter, knocked that one down.
Oliver with the ball. Now another turnover for the Bells, and that's going to be their 5th turnover. Their 7th turnover, I should say. Shot no good. Pulled down by the Bells.
Wysoon establishing that great position, pulls it down. Great rebound.
6 steals for the Cardinals so far, compared to the 1 for the Bells. Wysoon with the ball, and that one's tipped away, and James there to keep it within the Bells' reach. 5 seconds left, shot clock. Lamar, just with 2 seconds left on that shot clock, pulls down the layup.
Well, Lamar, a heads-up player, gets herself in great position, realized that the Cardinals got caught scrambling and couldn't rotate back, got an easy layup. Also a good look, too, good pass.
Jarman to Hale. Over the green, now he's going to shoot a 2-point bucket, and that's going to drop down. Jarman with another 2-point bucket.
7 points for Jarman on the evening thus far. And the Bells will concede that shot. They will let you penetrate baseline and pass it out for a long 2 or 3. They'll give that up. They're not going to let you score on the inside. They're going to cut down passing lanes.
And again, the Cardinals nearly got their hands on the ball before it went out of bounds. So they've been doing a good job defensively here in the first half. Just haven't been able to drop down buckets, shooting around 30% from the field. Underneath the post, and that drops down. Wysoon with another 2.
It's just outstanding position again. 9 early points for Paige. It's going to be tough to stop. You know, has the size advantage, but just gets great position, gets so low that she's going to score.
Pass Owe over to the other side of court. Now over to Green.
Really got to be on your game offensively against this Bells team. You've got to rotate the ball quickly. There are some openings, but you got to rotate the ball.
2-point attempt is no good, and a whistle's called.
You know, to continue on that point, you've got to make effective passes. They'll give you some driving angles, particularly baseline. You may have to make a pass and then one more to find the open person.
Wilde will check in.
And for the Cardinals, 12, Cook enters back into the contest.
You'll see Michelle Hale at the line. For the 1-1, hits it, and she'll go back for another.
Certainly if they're the Cardinals, you like to see that knock down the front end of that 1-1. Hale, a 54% free throw shooter on the season.
That one drops down, so it'll be a 24-17 advantage for the Bells over the Cardinals.
See that pressure again, trying to get the tempo moving a little bit more for the Cardinals. They get a turnover.
A turnover for the Bells. And a foul called. And Hale's going to go back to the line.
They got the block on Lemaire. Second personal foul for her. And a good call by the officials. She got beat a little bit on the drive, tried to step over, and was just a little late getting there and got called for the block. And Hale back to the line, as you mentioned. 54% free throw shooter on the season. Averages about 3.5 points a game and over 4.4 rebounds per game.
So a second shot from the cherry stripe. Drops down. So it'll be 24-19.
Full court pressure has given the Bells a little bit of a trouble. You know, they've done decent against it, but have had some turnovers, had some trouble with it. It gets you to play a little bit more frenetic, a little bit more out of sync.
Lemaire for another shot.
That press might make you make a pass, take a shot that you wouldn't normally, a little quicker than you're used to, but that time the Bells did a great job, took care of it, and got a nice basket there.
Traveling call for the Cardinals. It's going to go back to the Bells. Second half of this first half, it's kind of even out. Neither team really shooting a whole lot of buckets, and the Cardinals inching their way back in this one. That one rims off, goes back to the Cardinals.
That time you saw a little zone look out of the Cardinals, a little 2-3. Bells did a nice job with ball rotation, got a good open three there, just didn't go down.
Matt scrabbled for the ball on the other side of the court, and Cardinals not able to really keep a very good eye on their possession on that end of the court. It was kind of a scramble, and luckily they were able to keep the possession.
They were able to keep that one. 5 turnovers for the Cardinals, 8 for the Ram Bells here early.
Hale with the ball now over to Cook. Cook's shot is good. Brings it down to a 5-point Bell advantage.
4 points for Cook, and they really need to get her going. Leading scorer, smart player, high basketball IQ. Really need her involved as we move forward in this first half and into the second half.
Bell's working the perimeter, taking that shot clock down. And now a traveling call. Quite a few this afternoon.
9th turnover now for the Bells.
26-21 is your score. The Cardinals inching their way back in this one versus the Bells. We'll be back. This is the Lone Star Conference on FoxSportsSouthwest.com.
Hey LSC fans, it's free food, free games, free fun. 2012 Lone Star Conference Fan Fest, followed by 2 men's basketball games at 6 and 8:30. For more information, go to lonestarconference.org.
Welcome back here in San Angelo, Texas. 26-21 is your score as the Bells are having problems with that Cardinal 2-3 zone.
Yeah, you know, they've had some issues. It's about good ball movement. It's about getting the ball to the middle, and I think ultimately getting the ball to Paige Wysoon, and that's obviously why the Cardinals have gone into it, to try to limit the touches for her inside.
Jarman gets it over to another Cardinal player, the Cook. Cook will drive in the lane. Tough shot, and there's going to be another whistle.
Tough shot, but you love that she followed it up with her with a hustle play there, tried to get her own rebound. As we see that drive there by Cook, goes back up after it, claims the rebound, but they called a foul before she got the rebound, and that'll put Wallace at the line for the Cardinals.
Wallace's first shot is good.
64% free throw shooter on the season. That's her 5th point of the afternoon.
Cardinals getting the job done so far at the charity stripe. 9 for 10 from the line.
And they've made them pay when they've got up to the line. They've knocked them down. They've done a great job from the stripe.
Mara with the ball gets it over to James. Both teams fairly slow offensively, taking that shot clock down. I've noticed that through this first half. Not very quick getting it into the bucket.
And I certainly think that pace favors the Bells because they play such great half-court defense.
4 seconds left in the shot clock. That one takes a little rattle off us.
But, you know, I will say that, you know, the Cardinals have gone to this zone. It's certainly given the Bells some trouble. They really need to make a concerted effort to get the ball into the middle. Get into that middle, and then you can pass outside, or you can look maybe that high-low game.
3 seconds left in the shot clock, 2. And the shot is no good. Bell's not able to get the job done.
Wysoon, her second 3, you know, she knocked down that earlier one and went over 1,000 career points. Couldn't quite knock that one down at the end of the shot clock.
Mora with a shot. That's Cozy Mora. 2 Mora sisters on this Cardinal team.
Iffy and Cozy Mora.
Ball's tipped out. Last touch was by Mora and the Cardinals.
Bells keep the ball.
Bells will keep it here. About 2 minutes to play. First half, I really think this is an important time. 3-point game. One team, I think, really needs to try to establish a lead, or if it's the Cardinals, come back and maybe take a lead.
Wysoon with the ball. Looking to go inside. Instead, they pull back with 6 left in the shot clock. James for 3. Off the iron, no good. Gorton, second chance, shot is good.
She's established great position down low all evening for the Bells.
5-point lead for the Bells. They once had a lead in double-figure digits.
Cardinals made some adjustments in that first half, and they've crawled their way back in primarily by getting to the free throw line and playing good defense. They switched over to that zone. They used the press, using some different looks.
3-point tip is airballed into the hands of Jarman and the Cardinals. Cook back to Jarman. Jarman in the lane, inside to Wallace for 2. Down to a 3-point Bells lead.
Coming into the night, Jarman had 89 assists, leads the team, does a great job creating for others. Kind of a little underhand shuttle pass in the lane there. That worked out tremendously. Got that easy bucket for the Cardinals.
Wysoon inside to Gordon. Gordon pushing inside. And she's going to be called for the offensive foul.
Gordon has been aggressive tonight. 7 points already. Got the offensive foul there. We've got that replay here. Good ball movement by the Bells. They get it over to Gordon. That center of the zone, so key. There was just 2-3 Cardinal defenders in there. And again, they've kind of gone to that look to really try to stop that inside presence of the Bells.
21 seconds left, about a 3-second or so differential between shot clock and game clock. We'll probably see the Cardinals take it down here as low as you can. Shot clock down to 4. Cook drives it in there. That drops down. And it's going to be the last shot here. A heave is not going to make it. And it's going to be a 1-point Bells lead over the Cardinals. This one looked like early on the Bells had this one with a big lead, but they only lead by 1. We'll head in the half. We'll have stats analysis after this. This is Lone Star Conference, FoxSportsSouthwest.com.
LSC would like to thank the following corporate partners. Firestone, we keep your car running newer, longer. 3 shops, 1 stop, maintenance, repairs, and tires. AccuConference, providing conference calling for the Lone Star Conference. Shutt Sports, official softball helmet of the Lone Star Conference. Alpha Graphics, providing printing solutions for the Lone Star Conference. My Sports Streams, providing fundraising solutions for Lone Star Conference member institutions. Bravo Health, community engagement partner of the Lone Star Conference. Adidas, official supplier of the Lone Star Conference. Jostens, official ring provider of the Lone Star Conference. Wilson, the official basketball of the LSC. In the Lone Star Conference, we're committed to respect, integrity, tradition, community, and academic excellence. Lone Star Conference, we're the one. Fans, don't forget to like the Lone Star Conference on Facebook. It's the best way to stay connected to all the latest information from around the league and join the conversation with other LSC fans. For an easy way to follow the latest happenings in the Lone Star Conference, be sure to follow the LSC on Twitter. Get scoring updates, event reminders, and breaking news when you follow the Lone Star Conference on Twitter. We are back on the Lone Star Conference on FoxSportsSouthwest.com, joined by Athletic Director at Angelo State University, Brassfield. Kathleen, thanks for joining us. You've done a tremendous job here. Talk about your involvement in the community in tonight's event.
Okay, well, the San Angelo community has always been so supportive of Angelo State, so athletic department has always tried to pay back a little bit. So all of our teams have projects within the community. And then we also have Student Athlete Advisory who cooperates with the community. But our teams do everything from the Rams Read with football reading at elementary schools here in town. We do the breast cancer awareness with both soccer, or with all 3 sports, soccer, volleyball, and women's basketball. We also participate in what's called the Spring Children's Fair, which raises funds for children's organizations here in town. We work with the Boys and Girls Club. We have athletes who deliver meals for the elderly. So there's a ton of things that we try to do in the San Angelo community, because the San Angelo area is very important to us, and they have been so supportive of our kids. So student athletes really appreciate that, and the coaches try to be involved.
Absolutely, that's outstanding. You know, talk to us a little bit about your fall season. Had a great season academically and athletically.
Right. Well, we're very proud of our kids for their academics. We had several teams who had their best grade points ever. We had volleyball was very successful, advanced to the semifinals at the regional tournament, lost to Central Missouri, and then soccer had a good season, cross country. Football really started out strong, and we felt like they were going to really have a good season, but we ran into some bumps along the way. But it was our football coach's first year, and I think that they're really headed in the right direction.
Absolutely, and we're looking forward to having them as part of the 2012 Lone Star Football Festival. How about winter sports as we kind of wrap up that year, looking ahead to the Lone Star Conference Tournament?
Right. Well, the two basketball teams have had their share of struggles this year, dealing with some injuries and some other things that coaches wish they had more control over. But both teams have competed hard and played hard. We're going to see how we do and try to get into the Lone Star Conference Tournament. And once you get into the tournament, it's a new season after that. With indoor track, James has had a great year in indoor track. So Crystal Ruiz has already qualified for indoor nationals, won a event at the Grand Valley meet the other day. So we have some kids in indoor track that are going to excel also.
Absolutely. And then, you know, get set for the spring here. Exciting times. Going to host Lone Star Conference baseball tournament. A lot of other great things happening as well.
That's right. We're looking forward to hosting the baseball tournament. I hope everybody will come out and see it.
Good. Well, thanks a lot for joining us, Kathleen. Outstanding things happening here at Angelo State University. This is the LSC on FoxSportsSouthwest.com.
I think tradition is essential to the lifeblood of any institution and any athletic department. When you consider tradition, that's really the one thing. It speaks excellence. It speaks things that are very important to the people who have come through and laid the groundwork for your programs in the past. And it's really the one element that really ties people together and ties just the element of success and excellence to those that are in the program now.
Commitment to me is exercising discipline in your endeavors, whether it's academically, athletically, in my position and role as an assistant athletic director or whatever. And the discipline side of it is, in my mind, is doing what needs to be done, the way it needs to be done, every time.
Integrity in athletics should be a reflection of the value that we place on integrity within the entire institution. Integrity is really the bedrock. It's the foundation upon which everything else we do is built. The thing that I stress to our students especially is not only the reality of integrity, but the perception of integrity. Yeah, it's important to do the right thing. It's important to do the right thing for the right reason. But it's also important for other people to know that you're doing the right thing.
Academic excellence is every student athlete having success in the classroom so that they have an opportunity to get a marketable degree to advance in life as they leave the university.
You know, when you talk about a bridge, building between the community and Tarleton, I think that we have more than a bridge. I think we have a 4-lane highway right now because we have so much interaction between our community. They have a ownership in Tarleton State University. They feel like they are so welcomed here. They feel like they are a part of this university. And when you can build that special relationship between university and community, I think you have something that is a win-win situation. I think it's something that you can really build on.
I think respect is very important in your team, and within your team you have to respect each other as players and respect your coaching staff. And we talk about a lot that respect comes down to the golden rule. Treat others the way you want to be treated. Look each other in the eye when they're talking. Body language, always have positive body language. So respect is essential in order to have a good team and a good program.
My name is Stan Wagner, Commissioner of the Lone Star Conference. Our mission in the Lone Star Conference is to foster student participation and success among member institutions in Division II athletics as a part of the total educational program on each campus. We're committed to developing student athletes and preparing them for life ahead. And we're doing that with particular emphasis on integrity and tradition, academic excellence, respect, community, and commitment. These 6 organizational values have made the Lone Star Conference what it is, and they will continue to shape our future success on the playing field, in the classroom, and in the community. Our actions should be guided by these values. Our decisions should be based on these values, and our story should be told using these values as our guide. The Lone Star Conference is unlike any other. It's unique. We have a proud past and an even brighter future. It's time we embrace our heritage. It's time we celebrate our strengths, and it's time we emphasize the values that help to define who we are as a group.
Welcome back here in San Angelo, Texas. A 1-point Bells lead over the Cardinals as you had a very good halftime interview here with the athletic director of this program.
Well, Kathleen Brassfield is an absolute pioneer, legend, has done so many great things for the NCAA, for gender equity, for the LSC, and Angelo State University. You know, been a fixture in this athletic department for 30 years. Started out as head volleyball coach, moved to women's athletic director, and then overall athletic director, and has just done phenomenal things. We caught up with a lot of the staff yesterday to talk about her, and her fingerprints are left and are all over this campus, this community. She has just been a true gem to have in the Lone Star Conference and for Angelo State.
Yeah, well, everyone we talked to yesterday absolutely loved her. They want her around here for years to come. But things are changing here with the announcement yesterday.
You know, she's decided to retire May 31st, and you know, you've got to be so happy for her and send that congratulations out, because she's meant so much to the Lone Star Conference, to the NCAA, and of course Angelo State.
Yeah, no doubt about that. It's going to be, by talking to the staff, you know, it's going to be a big void to fill up, and you know, she left behind such a lasting legacy.
Absolutely, she's done a tremendous job, and you know, you look at the banners in this place and the things that they've been able to do. They've added sports under her tenure. This Janelle Center, the premier, in my opinion, one of the premier facilities in Division II, and of course across the LSC. And so it'll be tough, but you know, they will survive. They will continue on and do great things.
All right, 1-point lead for Angelo State over Incarnate. We'll be back with halftime stats and analysis and keys to the second half after this. This is the Lone Star Conference of FoxSportsSouthwest.com.
We strive for academic excellence. We believe in engaging our community. We're proud of our tradition. We exemplify respect on and off the field. We conduct ourselves with integrity, and we're committed to being the best. That's why we're the one. Lone Star Conference, we're the one.
After visiting Incarnate Word, I decided that the coaching staff, the professors, and the atmosphere were all a great fit for me.
It's not often you get the opportunity to go over and play soccer in a different country, especially the United States.
I transferred to UIW after my first year because I felt like UIW gave me a better opportunity after I graduated college.
I hope to see you at the games this year. Go Cardinals.
Get your hoops fix February 29th through March 4th when the Lone Star Conference basketball tournament lands at the Allen Event Center. 5 days, 14 games. It's one big wake-up basketball Lone Star style. Go to LoneStarConference.org for more info.
Welcome back here in San Angelo, Texas. Just about ready to get things going off here in the tip-off. Let's talk about the keys for both teams here in the second half.
Well, for the Cardinals, I thought they really got back into it by changing up defenses, running some zone, doing some full-court pressure, and they got to the free throw line and went 9 of 10. You talk about the Ram Bells, Paige Wysoon continue to get her looks, 9 points in that first half, went over 1,000 career points, and then defense is their MO. They played great defense, but they turned it over 10 times, so they really need to take care of the basketball here in the second half.
3-second violation. Don't see that call a whole lot here as of lately.
It's not something that's called a ton. I think it's an overlook. That's the second time we've almost gotten hit here, Don.
Yeah, we're taking some shots here. Lots of excitement going on. Balls flying around, scrambling for the ball. Both teams want to get the W here today, and at least for Angelo State, they are locked in for Destination Allen here at the end of the month. Is Incarnate Word trying to stay within that top 8.
Paige Wysoon, good move to the bucket, couldn't get it to go. But as you mentioned, Don, both teams working hard. You love the hustle. They're diving for loose balls, and we had a student athlete come over here and dive for it and almost hit us with the ball, but we're all right.
Cook with the ball, gets it all the way across court to Jarman. Now back to Cook.
Great skip pass, and you got to utilize some of those against the Bells.
Cook's shot for 3 is no good as the Bells will take back over. James with the ball. Both teams still running that slow offensive set, taking that shot clock down. Bells a good defensive team.
They really force you into that style offensively. It's tough to get this tempo going against this team.
Shot at the front iron. It'll go back to the Cardinals. Cook looking to go inside, gets it over to Hale. Back to Jarman. 12 left in the shot clock. Gets it inside to Wallace. Wallace jump shot, no good, and they scramble the court, and it'll go back to the Bells.
Another good battle for the loose ball. Bells come away with that one.
James down the baseline to Lemaire. Now inside to Wysoon. Wysoon, awkward shot, nearly dropped in, but she'll go to the line.
A real good body control by her that time. A difficult move. As we see that replay again, gets pretty good position, goes to that left. Very, very good footwork with her. Never lifts that pivot foot, keeps it down. Solid play there. This is knocked down the first one there.
Was 2 for 2 from the cherry stripe as that one hits off the front iron.
66% free throw shooter on the season. Again, team's leading scorer.
That one does drop down. Now make it 10 points for her in this contest.
She's a senior, trying to do everything she can to get that LSC tournament championship in Allen, trying to get there and certainly playing her hardest. Has had a great career, over 1,000 points as we heard in the first half.
3-point attempt off the back iron. Wall, second chance attempt, and she's fouled.
Wallace has been active on the glass, been active in the paint as we missed 3-point opportunity there. Cardinals battle, good tip, and Wallace comes up with it. Just seems to have a nose for the basketball, is always around it.
That one drops down, so she'll be perfect. 3 for 3. As the Cardinals have just missed one, as Lemaire will check out, and it'll be Gorton checking in for the Bells.
And Gorton played some great minutes in that first half for the Bells. 7 points, was aggressive on the interior.
That one misses off the front iron. It seems like anytime I talk about a team doing well for the charity stripe, he ends up going the other direction. So
the jinx, Don.
That one taken away by the Cardinals. And a foul called.
Iffy Mora will go to the line. She got out in the, got that steal right there, picked up the loose ball and went coast to coast. She's got an extra gear. Will result in the Cardinals having it out of bounds here.
Shot is good by Jarman.
9 points for Jarman. Really, I thought was the most effective Cardinal player in that first half.
Cardinals will take the lead for the first time since the early part of the first half, as the Bells will take a timeout as now they trail.
They trail, and again, we'll talk about Jocelyn Jarman, who really has played well. 9 points in this one. Averages about 10 a game, leads the team in assists, gets over 7.5 rebounds. She does a lot of everything for this team, and has really come up big. And then the other player that we'll point out is Wallace, who's been aggressive in the interior, been gotten on the boards, and knocked down her free throws.
No doubt about that. 8 steals again for the Cardinals compared to the 2 for Angelo State. They've turned the ball over 11 times, and you hate the turnover battle, and rebounding is always a key factor in every game.
Absolutely. You got to do the little things every single game, and how important it is to win at home in the LSC. The Bells, they've struggled a little, and we heard it from their coach. In the midst of a 4-game losing streak, they really need to snap out of it. And as we've been talking all day, play for K, we've got the treadmill set up so the walkers can overlook the court and see the game. They're trying to raise $5,000 for cancer research, outstanding cause. Cancer just affects so many people, and you love to see communities and teams getting involved in something of that nature.
We were planning to do our post game up there, correct?
Yeah, I was going to crank that treadmill up and get running a little. I need a workout.
That one's tipped away by the Cardinals as Jarman got a hand on it. They'll remain with the Bells as they are locked in defensively.
A little 2-3 zone here for the Cardinals again. It was very effective in the first half, and the Bells really need to come up with some set plays against it, get the ball in the middle, and you see there, get it out to Page for the 3.
Well, I assume with the 3-point bucket, and that's the third 3-point bucket for either team, all going to Angelo State.
And Page has 2 of them, and now 13 points in the basketball game. A phenomenal job by the senior, who wants to do everything she can to get her team to win.
That was a pass intended to Gort, and then it tipped off and away, and it'll go back to the Cardinals. Cook will inbound it, gets it to Jarman. And we'll go back to the Bells after the missed shot. Now they go to Youngblood. James for 3. That one rims out, pulled down by Wallace.
Good look by James, but on the other side of that, there was no rebounders offensively crashing for the Bells. I think they might have had one person in the paint there. You've got to have 4 crash, 1 at the top, trying to get that offensive board.
Hook working the perimeter, goes inside to Jarman. Now underneath to Mora. Mora now able to get it. Second chance opportunity from Wallace, gets it in there.
And again, we're talking Wallace, who's been on the boards all night. Just, again, has a nose for the ball, is always around it, has gotten rebounds, has gotten to the line, and now 11 points tonight.
At one time, the Bells had a sizable lead of 11 points. Now it was even at 32 as a foul is called. Gorton will go to the line.
She continues to establish good position. So we've got a skip pass and a good entry pass to Gorton, who had good position, but the skip pass set it all up.
We're locked in at 32 apiece. This is the Lone Star Conference on FoxSportsSouthwest.com.
I'd like to thank the following corporate partners. Firestone, we keep your car running newer, longer. 3 shops, 1 stop, maintenance, repairs, and tires. AccuConference, providing conference calling for the Lone Star Conference. Shutt Sports, official softball helmet of the Lone Star Conference. Alpha Graphics, providing printing solutions for the Lone Star Conference. My Sports Streams, providing fundraising solutions for Lone Star Conference member institutions. Bravo Health, community engagement partner of the Lone Star Conference. Adidas, official supplier of the the Lone Star Conference. Jostens, official ring provider of the Lone Star Conference. Wilson, the official basketball of the LSC. In the Lone Star Conference, we're committed to respect, integrity, tradition, community, and academic excellence. Lone Star Conference, we're the one. Fans, don't forget to like the Lone Star Conference on Facebook. It's the best way to stay connected to all the latest information from around the league and join the conversation with other LSC fans. For an easy way to follow the latest happenings in the Lone Star Conference, be sure to follow the LSC on Twitter. Get scoring updates, event reminders, and breaking news when you follow the Lone Star Conference on Twitter.
Welcome back here in San Angelo, Texas. Gorton will go to the line, and don't remind you, we have one more regular season broadcast before we go into postseason play.
Yeah, we're excited to be in Aggie Gym at Cameron University for West Texas A&M and Cameron. Women start at 2, men to follow at 4. And then, of course, all 14 games of the LSC tournament will be streamed.
It's going to be a very exciting tournament, and we're very happy to be going to Allen. Very nice arena they have there at the Allen Event Center.
Tremendous venue, big-time feel, going to be an outstanding tournament. And, you know, we've had the fortunate opportunity to travel around here and cover games the second half of conference play, and it's just been outstanding. Parity top to bottom, and my feeling is there's going to be 8 teams on the women's side, 18 on the men, and any one of them can win it. They're all trying to become the one. Lone Star Conference, we're the one.
Cozy Mora gets it inside to Walls. Now back to Cook. Under 10 left on that shot clock. Now to Cozy. That one off the back board, and it'll go back to the Bells. Oliver with the ball, the young blood. Wysoon with the open three-point opportunity, no good. Both teams running a faster offensive set in that last couple times.
Love the extra pass by Youngblood finding Page. Didn't go down, but a good ball movement by the Bells. And yeah, this pace has picked up a little. And again, I think that favors Incarnate Word and the Cardinals to their style.
Jarman will bucket down and good, and they'll tie the game again at 34 apiece.
She's got 11. Great take there. Had the help side D, just wasn't quite there quick enough. And again, you got to credit offensively a great take by Jarman.
Ashley James with the ball. Now over to Youngblood. Swings around the perimeter, now gets it inside, and it's going to be turned over again. That was going to go to Wysoon and went right underneath her feet. Cozy Mora with the ball, now over to Cook. Shot clock running down to 10 seconds, now over the wall to Jarman, and a whistle called on the floor.
Jarman has been much more aggressive in this second half, like we thought she needed to be. She's that player that can create for others, can create for herself. She's done a great job. 11 points, has gotten some assists, been on the glass as well, and so a good all-around game so far by her. And I think that's really sparked, this comeback and now a tie basketball game.
Yeah, the Bells shooting better from the field, 44%.
Great defense there. 5-second call. So hard to do, especially when you're defending your own basket. But as a basketball fan, as a former player, I love to see the 5-second call because that meant all 5 were defending as hard as they could, and they got it done. They didn't let the ball inbounds.
Oliver will have it. Now shoots a deep three-point shot off the back iron. Pulled back down by the Bells. That one takes a rattle off the press row here on the other end this time.
They kept it away from us that time.
It'll remain Bells ball. As Oliver will run the point here. Looking to go inside. Now they get inside. The Youngblood over to Oliver. Oliver for 3. No good. Goal back to the Cardinals. Now they go all the way across. Short, long pass. Drops down. What a pass.
Great pass by Cook, who again, she's their leader. She's got a high basketball IQ. But credit Jarman for running the court. She gets rewarded. 13 points for her now. The last offensive possession by Angelo State, Youngblood made another good extra pass. 3 didn't go down, but you got to think those types of opportunities are going to help ASU as they continue in the second half.
Waisoon needs the post, drops it down, and powers it in there. And it'll go back to a tied ball game at 36 apiece.
And 15 now for Paige Waisoon, who has just been a dominant force inside, been tough to stop. At times we've seen the Cardinals go to a 2-3 zone that's basically swarmed that interior, and it's been hard at times to get it in there, but Paige has found ways, and 15 points tonight.
Jarman with the ball over to Green. Green, 3-point attempt, rims out, ball's loose, pulled back down by Green, who shot the 3-point bucket. That one, a foul called.
And who else but Jarman getting into the lane and passing it over to Cozy Mora, who will be at the line. But a great pass there. Again, Jarman, so many things that she does for this Cardinal team.
We're locked in at 36 apiece. This is the Lone Star Conference on Fox Sports Southwest.com.
After visiting Incarnate Word, I decided that the coaching staff, the professors, and the atmosphere were all a great fit for me.
It's not often you get the opportunity to go over and play soccer in a different country, especially the United States.
I transferred to UIW after my first year because I felt like UIW gave me a better opportunity after I graduated college.
I hope to see you at the games this year. Go Cardinals.
Hey LSC fans, it's free food, free games, free fun. 2012 Lone Star Conference Fan Fest, followed by 2 men's basketball games at 6 and 8:30. For more information, go to lonestarconference.org.
Welcome back as Moore at the line makes one of the shots, so it'll be a Cardinal 1-point lead.
Been back and forth. You know, we've talked a lot about Angelo State jumping out to that lead, but since then it's been back and forth, and it's been a battle. And the changing defenses by the Cardinals has allowed them to get back into it, and they've had a good balanced team effort here.
Youngblood with the ball. Gets it inside of Waisoon. Loses it. He'll go back to the Cardinals. Two-point attempt, no good, off the front iron. And the Bells will take it back over. Back and forth game as the Bells with 13 turnovers.
Yeah, just too many. They've piled up here, especially late in that first half. They really kind of struggled handling the basketball.
Traveling call. I have not seen it very often times when a team is kind of a close game and you're doing better from the field, 43% compared to 34% of the Cardinals. You're out rebounding a team. It's just that turnover battle that's kind of affected they worked in the favor for the Cardinals this evening.
Yeah, those are 3 huge areas, and typically if you win all 3 of those areas, you're going to win the basketball game. And for the Bells, they've won 2 out of 3 of them, but they've turned the ball over too much, limiting their possessions.
You're going to see Gorton, James, and Lemaire come in for the Bells. 1-point Cardinal lead. Green into the lane, drops it down.
You've really seen the Cardinals do a nice job of spreading the floor. A little bit smaller lineup, so they've been able to dribble penetrate, and that spread offense has helped in order to get in the gaps, get into the lane, and finish plays off.
Lemaire with 13 left on the shot clock. Looking to go inside to one of the post players. James for three. Air balls it into the hands of Jarman. Quickly across court to Green. Cardinals go over to Cook. Now over the Hale, and now it's back to Cook. Cardinals playing with that slower offensive set now. We're seeing a faster offense. Now the ball's loose, and a foul is going to be called on the Bells.
Certainly appreciate the hustle. You saw 2-3 student athletes diving on it. Both teams want to win this game. They're excited and working hard. There you see 2 down, and ultimately the Cardinals get the foul and get to go to the line.
We'll have Ashlyn Green at the line. Hits the first one. Quiet day for her so far.
Normally averages 11.5 points per game. Tonight 3. Make it 4. 74% free throw shooter on the year. Pretty good from the line.
Well, you like it when your leading scorer is pretty quiet, but you have other players on the team who pick up the slack.
Absolutely, and you look at both teams right now. The Cardinals are that team with a little bit more balance. The Bells have relied a lot on Paige Wysoon to pick up the scoring load.
Gordon in the lane made the shot, and it's going to be a foul on Chloe Wallace.
Gordon has gotten good position all night. She's kind of been working that middle of the zone, and as you saw, didn't get the bucket, but will get to go to the line.
Cardinals are going to take a quick timeout as, we're just going to stay right here. It's kind of an interesting time to make a timeout. You're leading here 41-36. Taking a quick timeout after the foul.
I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing, especially when you look at the Cardinals, who coming into the game had 4 players that averaged over 30 minutes. So they're getting a lot of minutes, and so I don't mind taking a timeout, letting your team rest a little bit, regrouping. Just under 10 minutes. Again, an important time as we get closer and closer to that 5-minute mark, and certainly the Cardinals have really established themselves here in the second half.
No doubt about that. Travis we're coming off the timeout with a 5-point Cardinal lead. One time, the Bells had a sizable lead in the first half of 10 points. Gorton will be at the line, misses it off the back iron.
Gorton on the season, 56% free throw shooter.
Makes the second shot.
She'll get into double figures. Will be the second Bell in double figures. She now has 10. Little 2-3 zone of their own for the Ram Bells.
Cook with the ball over to Jarman. Now to Green. Green shoots the 3 off the front iron. Rebound by the Bells.
Stegall pulled that rebound down. It can be difficult to rebound in a zone. That time the Bells did a nice job. You've got to go find somebody, box them, or you've also got to get to the basketball.
There's a foul call. Ashlyn Green with the foul.
A little bit of a reach there. Anytime you come across there with the reach, they're going to get you for a foul.
James with the ball, gets it inside to Gorton. Gorton instead gets it outside. They're working that perimeter around, trying to find a hole in that defensive set for the Cardinals. They missed that shot, pulled down by Jarman. Now quickly across court to Green. Green underneath the bucket for 2.
Green's getting going here a little bit. We talked about her. Hasn't necessarily scored a ton tonight, 6 points, but has done a lot of good things for the Cardinals and got involved there, ran the floor well, and got the 2.
Bells need to get something going offensively. They trail by 6, and he turned the ball right over. As I say that, nothing. Ball's loose, and it stays with the Bells. Youngblood with the ball with 4 seconds left in the shot clock. Better make a long three off the back front iron. Pulled down by Mora.
Mora will push here. Very capable of handling the basketball. He's got some good speed. Pulled that rebound down and took off. Now the Cardinals will set up and try to get a good look here.
Jarman tried going inside and find a whistle on the court.
Fouls on 40, Kara Gorton.
Kara Gorton with the foul.
You get good ball movement here by the Cardinals. Skip pass, and Jarman trying to find Wallace on the inside.
A 6-point lead for the Cardinals over the Bells here in San Angelo, Texas. We'll take a timeout here on Lone Star Conference. This is the Fox Sports Southwest.com Game of the Week.
Angelo State University. Affordable, better, closer. With one of the lowest tuition and fee schedules in Texas, Angelo State is affordable for all. Recognized by the Princeton Review as one of the top 4 public universities in the state, ASU is better than you imagine. And Angelo State's central location in Texas makes it closer than you think. Enjoy the freedom to explore your interests, cultivate your talents, and shape your future at Angelo State University. From here, it's possible. Angelo State University. Affordable, better, closer. With one of the lowest tuition and fee schedules in Texas, Angelo State is affordable for all. Recognized by the Princeton Review as one of the top 4 public universities in the state, ASU is better than you imagine. And Angelo State's central location in Texas makes it closer than you think. Enjoy the freedom to explore your interests, cultivate your talents, and shape your future at Angelo State University. From here, it's possible.
Welcome back here. It's the Cardinals with the ball as they lead by 6 over the Bells here in our home court. Mora gets inside, ball's loose, but Wallace able to hold on to it. Now underneath, ball's tipped away, and great job by Wallace picking up her teammate who lost the ball as she was going inside for the shot.
Wallace now with 13, and again, she just finds the basketball. She finds it, she goes after it, has played hard, worked hard inside, and extends her point total to 13.
Weissoon thought about taking the three, decides not to. Trying to work that outside, 9 seconds left on the shot clock. James gets it inside to Gorton, and a whistle's called.
Gordon's been very effective off the bench for the Bells tonight. 10 points already. As we see that replay, good ball movement. Again, look at that. Great position, holds off the defender, catches, makes a strong move, and gets to the line.
Gordon, 4 for 6 from the charity stripe, makes that one.
56% free throw shooter on the season. Has stepped up and done a nice job for the Bells tonight, not only from the line, but from the field as well.
That shot drops down, cut the lead back down to 6 again. Word, they're going to take their time here. As we've seen an assortment of defensive sets from the Bells here in the second half.
They've mixed it up a little bit as well. You know, obviously now in the person-to-person defense, and they offer a lot of help side anyway, but they've mixed it up, played some zone, but primarily person-to-person defense.
Iffy Moore with a 2-point bucket and extends it to 8-point lead. As we're hitting here in the tail end of the second half, the Bells trying to look to get something going offensively. And working that perimeter to get to the James on the right side. Now the double team, ball loose on the floor, and the last touch was by the Bells, so it's going to go to the Cardinals.
And, you know, from my perspective, 8-point lead right now for the Cardinals, a chance to run good offense, but you look at it from the Bells' perspective, they run a pretty slow game, so that, you know, with about 5.5 to go here, they really need to pick this pace up a little bit. They've got to get something going offensively.
Cook shoots the bucket, no good, pulled down by Stegall.
Good look there by Cook, just couldn't get it to fall, a little short. And again, you know, they pretty much all 5 on the court play over 30 minutes, and so legs start to get heavy towards the end of the games.
Soon with the shot, and she'll go to the line, and she was fouled.
Good extra dribble there and pass inside, and of course Paige established tremendous position, and we'll get to go to the free throw line here.
That one off the back iron. As you trail by 8 with 5:24 left on the clock, you have to hit all your free point shots.
Got to knock down the free throws. Paige, 66% free throw shooter on the season. Again, team leader in scoring and block shots. Was a lot for this Bells team.
They'll drop down both teams in the bonus. 7-point lead for the Cardinals.
They're going to take their time here and making sure they're getting a good set play, a back screen, and then a screen-the-screener type play to get Jarman an ISO up top.
Jarman driving into the paint. That one drops down. 9-point lead for the Cardinals.
That's absolutely what they wanted. I mean, that set play was for that purpose right there, to get her the basketball on the top of the key with room to operate, and she went strong to the basket, her 15th point of the night.
Oliver with the ball. Over to Youngblood. Look, trying to get inside to Gorton, who's calling for the ball. As the ball here is going to go back to Incarnate Word.
Got an offensive foul saying she hooked the player, wrapped her arm around her to get by her. Third foul on Gorton.
And Bell's having a difficult time working in this Cardinal zone, as we've seen Holly since the 15-minute mark in the first half when they switched that up to that.
They've struggled with it, and their inability to make outside shots, shooting 21%, doesn't help the cause for them.
Inside, that one drops down. Ashlyn Green for 2.
And, the Cardinals have done a tremendous job in this second half of spreading the floor and knowing that somewhere there's a mismatch, that they could take their player off the dribble, and they've done it. They found it, they've exploited it, they've done a good job.
Soon underneath the post, drops down the 2, and it'll go back to a 9-point Cardinal lead. We head on at the 4-minute mark. It's go time for the Bells.
And that's who they need to get it to. Paige Wysoon, 18 points, their leading scorer. They've got to start getting.
Go time for the Bells.
And that's who they need to get it to. Paige Wysoon, 18 points, their leading scorer. They've got to start getting some momentum going on the perimeter. They've got to come up with some steals, and of course, defensive stops are just a must at this point.
That one off the front iron, pulled back down, but a whistle called.
Fouls up 4, Iffy Mora.
Iffy Mora with a foul. 5th foul.
5th on Iffy.
We have a media timeout.
So she'll have to go to the bench. It is a 9-point Cardinal lead over the home team Bells. This is the Lone Star Conference on Fox Sports Southwest.com.
Hey LSC fans, it's free food, free games, free fun. 2012 Lone Star Conference Fan Fest, followed by 2 men's basketball games at 6 and 8:30. For more information, go to lonestarconference.org.
Welcome back here in San Angelo, Texas. Starting to become that time of the year as we head into March Madness. The first regional rankings are already out here in this region.
Absolutely, and right now Lone Star Conference on the women's side of things represented by 3 teams. Tarleton holds that 4 seed, Midwestern State the 5, and just on the outside looking in, West Texas A&M. Of course, the top 8 teams will make the regional tournament, and for the women's Elite 8 in San Antonio.
First of the one-on-ones, no good. And the Bells have to get something going here with a 9-point deficit to dig from, and missing a one-on-one, not going to help there.
Doesn't help at all. And, 65% from the line tonight have the Bells been, and 21% from behind the arc. So they've struggled a little bit shooting the basketball. Certainly the bright spot has been Paige Wysoon, who has 18.
Wallace underneath, no good. It is, eternal shot clock violation, I should say. As you're going to probably see that from the Cardinals from here on out, just taking that shot clock down, running that slower offensive set, knowing that the Bells don't really run a whole very quick offensive on their own.
Absolutely. Time is on the Cardinals' side right now. They're wanting to try to take the air out of the basketball a little bit, take their time, get good looks, try to get some ISOs, and get good dribble penetration.
Bells taking that shot clock down again. Oliver inside to Youngblood. That one drops down. And it'll be 51-54.
First points of the night for Youngblood, who's done an excellent job with some extra passes in this game. They haven't always gone down for her teammates for shots, but she does a great job finding that extra player, finding the open person.
Whistle going to be called.
Both teams now in the bonus, 7 fouls apiece. Now 8 on the Bells.
1-1.
Jarman at the line. 74% on the season. Kind of the do-it-all player for this Cardinal team.
Hits that one, and 16 points, leads the team. Chloe Wallace with 13 trails her.
Got a good 1-2 combination there from the perimeter and the inside tonight.
Hits both of them in a cherry stripe as the Cardinals are going to call a timeout. And, what the Cardinals have done right today, they've done a very good job defensively, 10 steals. And, getting the job down. They have 0, 3-point buckets. And, it's kind of unusual. You see a team winning the game when they're not shooting from downtown at all.
Yeah, that's absolutely, in today's game of basketball, the 3-point line is a great equalizer. 0 for 9 are the Cardinals, but what they have done a good job of is get dribble penetration, attack the basket. They've also got on the glass. Early on, the Bells had a huge lead on the rebounding edge, but the Cardinals have battled back. They still trail the margin by 3, but they've battled back. They've narrowed that rebounding margin.
Yeah, I don't recall a time where I've ever seen a team shoot 0 from the arc. It's been a while, if that. But they're getting the job done either way with a 9-point lead.
Getting the job done. Have done a real nice job changing defenses, mixing it up, played a lot of zone. They've extended some full court pressure to speed up the pace a little bit. Now, now they're trying to get up the floor to slow down the Bells and to make them take some more time. But just a good overall job. They've adjusted to the game and have played well.
That was probably working their quickest offensive set I've probably seen them do in a while this evening. James trying to look inside to Wysoon. Now decides to take a 3 of her own, and James' shot no good. Loose ball on the floor. Ball bounced around and will remain with the Cardinals with under 2 minutes left.
And again, they'll take some air out of the basketball here, really work it for a good shot.
Jarman gets it inside to Ashlyn Green, and a whistle called. There's another foul. Is going to be called on Wysoon. Third foul for her.
You see the little ball movement there, dribble penetration, and that's what the Cardinals have done an excellent job of, getting to the basket, finding those driving lanes. And really, when you look at it, Green has really come on and played well. 9 points now for her. Has really played a good second half. We talked about her being a little bit quiet in the first half, and she's found some mismatches and got to the basket.
That one put Green into double figures with 10 points, a quiet 10 points from their leading scorer.
Yeah, and credit Coach Lawson, who has made some great adjustments in this game. Of course, learned under Pat Summit, was a grad assistant at Tennessee, played high caliber basketball at Louisiana Tech, and won a national championship, and certainly understands the game.
Green drives in the lane. No good. Loose ball is hailed. Nearly got it, but instead goes back to the Bells. Bells shoot a three. No good. And it's a scramble on the floor. And it's going to go. Looks like they're pointing towards the Cardinals. They're going to get the timeout called. Here it is. We have 1:05 left, and it's a 10-point
This is a full timeout.
Cardinal lead.
60 seconds.
We'll take a timeout with a 10-point lead for the Cardinals. This is the Lone Star Conference, FoxSportsSouthwest.com.
Angelo State University. Affordable, better, closer. With one of the lowest tuition and fee schedules in Texas, Angelo State is affordable for all. Recognized by the Princeton Review as one of the top 4 public universities in the state, ASU is better than you imagine. And Angelo State's central location in Texas makes it closer than you think. Enjoy the freedom to explore your interests, cultivate your talents, and shape your future at Angelo State University. From here, it's possible.
Welcome back, and you're going to quickly see a foul there as the Bells trying to extend the game with 1:05 left on the clock.
It looks like they will send Hale to the line. 54% free throw shooter, so statistically probably the person you'd want to foul with the group that's out there.
That one off the side of the iron. As the Cardinals are in the double bonus, so they'll be shooting 2 here from here on out.
No Cardinals in for the rebound. Just going to let it, they're going to sit back and let it go to Angelo State and go back and play good half-court defense.
Weiss underneath the bucket, and the whistle called.
That's certainly not what you want to have happen if you're the Cardinals. You don't want to foul right now because the clock stops. You give Angelo State University a chance to put points on the board without time going off the clock.
Weiss will go up to the line. She leads all scorers tonight with 18 points, so that shot misses.
66% free throw shooter on the season.
That one drops down. As the Cardinals, with a 10-point lead, they go quickly across court. Smart move, and they get the open layup. Going to Ashlyn Green, who was outside, and they found her wide open. She was just able to pick up the bucket. It's another turnover by the Bells, and the Cardinals are going to pull back here.
And you go back to that last play that you were talking about. Great eye contact with Green and the person throwing the ball inbounds, and a tremendous pass found her. But Green really has stepped up in the second half. Now the third Cardinal in double figures with 12.
So we'll put Jarman at the line. That's the first one, so it'll be a 13-point lead here with 42 seconds. And we'll talk about the Bells who lost 4 in a row previously heading into the stretch here. They'll be going to Tarleton State next week. Not next week, in a couple days on the 25th. As that one drops down. So
certainly not going to get any easier for them. You know, you mentioned they have solidified a spot in the tournament, but you want to be playing your best basketball as you enter the end of February, beginning of March. You enter the tournament. And, you know, I just think that they're so good defensively, but have struggled tonight from the perimeter, really have struggled against the zone, had some turnover problems. You know, to be honest, just haven't played a full 40 minutes of basketball.
Yeah, you'd hate to start your season so well, then all of a sudden just slump off towards the tail end of the season.
Technical foul has been called on Coach Brooks.
As a technical call on Coach Brooks and the Bells, so the Cardinals will be shooting after the timeout.
Well, and I think that's just out of a little bit of frustration. Coach Brooks is such a competitor. 2-time Coach of the Year in this league, 4 LSC championships, been to the NCAA tournament 7 times. We talked about her, the most wins in Ram Bell history, active win leader in the LSC. I mean, she's fired up. She's coaching all the way to the end. I think a little bit frustrated with her team. Knows that she can get a little bit more out of them, in my opinion.
So Cardinals will be shooting a line. They'll get the possession after this. So that will make it a 61-47 game right now.
Jarman, 21 points, leading the way for the Cardinals, but has also gotten 8 rebounds, 5 steals, has had some outstanding assists. It's been a complete game for Jocelyn Jarman.
And the Bell's going to quickly foul with 33 seconds left on the clock. As look at some of the leading scorers, Jarman with 21 points. Wysoon on the other end with 19 points leads the Bells. That's got her 4th foul. Ross, his first shot is good from the line.
Chloe's played well, has 14 points tonight. Been real active on the glass, has gotten good position, and has knocked down her free throws.
63-47 is your score right now. And a whistle call with 28 seconds left. As the Cardinals foul. It'll be a 101 as they're still not in double bonus, but we talked about it before. This game's pretty far out of reach for the Bells, but fundamentally you don't like the foul with no time left on the clock as we head down the stretch here and think about what improvements you need to make.
Absolutely, you don't want to foul and give them a chance to score without time running off the clock. And for the other side, Angelo State, you want to finish this game as strong as you can because you're in the midst of a little bit of a losing streak, and you got to turn that around as we come tournament time. And they started so strong in this game. We really thought that this end result might have been the other way around, but the Cardinals had made adjustments, found a way, and certainly credit Coach Lawson and her staff. Just a tremendous job.
Yeah, we were talking before the game about how hard it is to win on the road here in the Lone Star Conference. And, we're going to see that here in Game 1 with the Cardinals getting the win here on the home court for Angelo State.
It's so tough to do. You just talk about the factors involved with traveling and, from San Antonio to San Angelo. And, you talk about the environment and the fans. And, it's so difficult. So difficult to win on the road.
3-point attempt, no good, and it'll be rebounded back by the Bells. James shoots, no good, and scramble the court, and we'll have another whistle called. We'll go back to the Cardinals, and they'll shoot from the line with 6 seconds left.
Jocelyn Jarman back to the line again. Leading scorer for the Cardinals, 21, and has an opportunity to become the leading scorer in this game if she knocks down some free throws here.
One thing I think that this makes this facility different from anywhere else is just the depth and it's hard when you play in a bigger facility. That shooting, just the depth perspective is completely different from a lot of the other facilities you find in Division II.
Absolutely. You talk about the ends are a little bit deeper, and it's tough to shoot. You want to get in here and get a good shoot around in, and the Cardinals didn't phase them.
66-49 is your final score. Is Incarnate Word's going to get the victory here in San Angelo over the Angelo State Bells. So we'll be back here with stats analysis and some interviews.
Angelo State University. Affordable, better, closer. With one of the lowest tuition and fee schedules in Texas, Angelo State is affordable for all. Recognized by the Princeton Review as one of the top 4 public universities in the state, ASU is better than you imagine. And Angelo State's central location in Texas makes it closer than you think. Enjoy the freedom to explore your interests, cultivate your talents, and shape your future at Angelo State University. From here, it's possible.
After visiting Incarnate Word, I decided that the coaching staff, the professors, and the atmosphere were all a great fit for me.
It's not often you get the opportunity to go over and play soccer in a different country, especially the United States.
I transferred to UIW after my first year because I felt like UIW gave me a better opportunity after I graduated college.
I hope to see you at the games this year. Go Cardinals.
Get your hoops fix February 29th through March 4th when the Lone Star Conference basketball tournament lands at the Allen Event Center. 5 days, 14 games. It's one big wake-up basketball Lone Star style. Go to LoneStarConference.org for more info.
Hey LSC fans, it's free food, free games, free fun. 2012 Lone Star Conference Fan Fest, followed by 2 men's basketball games at 6 and 8:30. For more information, go to LoneStarConference.org. FoxSportsSouthwest.com, joined by Cardinals student athlete Jocelyn Jarman. Thanks a lot for joining us. 23 points tonight, led the Cardinals in scoring.
Yes, sir.
Talk a little bit about, we talked about you throughout the broadcast and that you do a lot more than just score. You get assists, you rebound, kind of an all-around player.
Yes, sir. Defense is most important.
Absolutely. Played some good defense. And talk about that. You mixed up the defenses a little bit, played some zone, got up a little bit of full court pressure.
We figured the only way to stop them was to stop their inside game, so we went to zone. They struggled with it. Then we went to full court pressure because they turned over the ball a few times, as you can see, in full court pressure. So yeah, our coach, thanks to our coach, we made some good changes.
Yeah, absolutely. A great win for the Cardinals tonight.
Yes,
Talk
sir.
about what that meant, as we get closer and closer to Allen in the conference tournament.
Well, we went into this game knowing that we had to win. We had no other option but to win. We're fighting for a spot, the highest spot we can get. So this win was very important for us.
Absolutely, and as we continue down the road here, the season's winding down, what are keys for the Cardinals moving forward?
Stay confident, play as a team, stay together. We can do it.
Absolutely. Thanks for joining us. This is the LSC on FoxSportsSouthwest.com. We'll be right back.
Back here in San Angelo, Texas. Another Lone Star Conference victory for the University of Incarnate Word. You're getting a road win, which is always tough to do here in the Lone Star Conference.
So difficult to win on the road, Don, and they made adjustments. They got out to a little bit of a slow start. Angelo State was really effective inside. Cardinals changed up defenses, mixed it up, and really had good balance offensively to come away with the win.
After this, we'll have men's basketball action coming up after this. This is the Lone Star Conference on FoxSportsSouthwest.com.